ஸ்டீம் ஆகுது மேம்.
ஓகே மேம், பாக்குறேன். மேம் இப்ப நீங்க கிளைம் பண்ணிக்கலாம். ஜோதிமணி மேம், லைவ்ல தானே இருக்கீங்க? உங்களத ரீநேம் பண்ணுங்க. உங்க நேம் கொடுக்கல, நான் உங்களத ஹோஸ்டா மாத்திடுறேன். உங்களை இல்லன்னா நீங்களே ரைட் கிளிக் பண்ணி மேக் ஹோஸ்ட் மாத்திடுங்க. உங்களை எல்லாமே எவ்வளவு சிஹெச்எஸ்ல இருக்கா? ஓகே, நான் உங்களை மாத்துறேன். ஓகே மேம், உங்களை ஹோஸ்டா மாத்திடுச்சு. அதான். ஓகே மேம், நான் இதை லாக் அவுட் பண்ணிடுறேன். நான் என்னோடதுல இருந்து வரேன். ஓகே மேம்.
Check. Right. Check. 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 Check.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
பாரதி மேம்
எஸ் மேம். இங்க கிளாஸ்ல ஆடியோ செக் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கோம் மேம். அது மட்டும் அதுக்காக.
யா இட் இஸ் ஆடிபிள் மேம்.
இல்ல நோ, ஐ எம் ஃப்ரம் மொபைல். இங்க கேக்குதான்னு பாத்துட்டு இருக்கேன் மேம்.
ஓகே ஓகே.
ம். Hello? Hello, hello? Checking. Check. Check, check. 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 Check, check.
இது நாடகத்துல வர மாதிரி இருக்காங்க.
Shall we start the program?
Yes.
Gayatri.
Good morning, ma'am. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay. Good afternoon to one and all present here. Respected principal, our distinguished speaker, faculties, and my fellow students. It is a great honor to welcome you all to the August gathering. Today is the 7th of February, and the youth have begun their celebrations. Yes, it's the Valentine's week. Roses, chocolates, teddies are just everywhere, and love is in the air. But are you the real Valentine? To know that, I, as Gayatri of MSc Clinical Nutrition first year, take great pleasure in welcoming you to the guest lecture, Who is the Real Valentine? Organized by the NSS of M College of Health Sciences. Before we begin the session, I request everyone to keep their video on and audio on mute during the lecture session. Let the divine energy flow through us all. Now, I request Tejaswita of MSc Clinical Nutrition first year to present the invocation song.
All my gods, take the several shapes and make me good and great. Parents are my gods. Words and deeds of mine will not hurt them, I swear. Now and forever, I will care for them for sure. Teachers are my gods. Open they my eyes, ears, heart, and brain in depth. All along my life, I will make them proud of me. Values are my gods. Truth and honesty, gratitude and sympathy. All along my life, I'll make them proud of me. Thank you.
Thank you, Tejaswita. A warm welcome opens our heart to many real new relationships. I now request Dr. Bharati, Associate Professor, M College of Health Science, to present the welcome address.
Good evening, all. A flower cannot blossom without sunshine, and a man cannot love without love. To love is nothing. To be loved is something. But to love and be loved is everything. Being deeply loved by someone gives you strength, while loving someone deeply gives you courage. தோற்றங்கள் மாறிப்போகும், தோள் நிறம் மாறிப்போகும், மாற்றங்கள் வந்து மீண்டும் மறுபடியும் மாறிப்போகும். ஆற்றிலே வெள்ளம் வந்தால் அடையாளம் மாறிப்போகும், போற்றிய அன்பு மட்டும் புயலிலும் மாறாதம்மா. On behalf of M College of Health Sciences, I immensely welcome our eminent speaker of today's webinar, Dr. Ramya, subject expert, Anatomy, Neuroscience Tribe, Chennai. We are greatly honored to have you in the midst of us, ma'am. I welcome our beloved principal, ma'am, Dr. Deepa C. Philip, all teaching and non-teaching staff members, and all our dear students for this awareness program on Who is the Real Valentine, organized as a part of NSS activity, M College of Health Sciences. The familiar quote of Osho says, if you love a flower, don't pick it up, because if you pick it, it will die. If you love a flower, let it be. Love is not about possession. Love is about appreciation. With this wonderful quote, once again, I welcome you all. The session is over to you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, Bharti ma'am. And, first of all,
Thank
I
you,
thank.
ma'am.
Okay, sorry. Okay, continue.
Thank you, ma'am. It's time we get to know our real Valentine. Our guest of the day, Dr. Ramya Seshadri, medical writer and subject matter expert at STRAVE, Chennai. Dr. Ramya Seshadri has a PhD in medicine with specialty in neurosciences from the Department of Anatomy, National University of Singapore. She has published her publications in international journals and has presented her work at various international conferences. She has also worked as an assistant professor, Triple M College of Health Sciences, Chennai. Given her expertise in neurosciences and her passion to sculpt young minds and talents, she is now a passionate speaker promoting mental well-being among young adults. I now invite Dr. Ramya to present a lecture. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much for that introduction. And I want to start the program by thanking Dr. Deepa C. Philip, Principal of Triple MCHS. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity, ma'am. It means a lot to me. So without further ado, let me share my screen and we'll go into the event. So I hope you can all see my screen and hear me properly, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so let's get into the topic. Who is the real Valentine? So for the next 45, half an hour to 45 minutes, please give me your attention because Rumba Kashtapate, I put a long slide. So this is exactly my reaction to get all your attention towards me. Okay, so first of all, before we start, we are now, the audience is most probably adolescents, okay, late adolescents and young adults who have joined the session, right? So let's just start with understanding what really happens inside your brain, okay? So there is something called as the prefrontal cortex, which is somewhere here, okay? That is, it is the frontmost portion of your frontal cortex, okay? So this one is like this gentleman. Okay, can you see Surya's picture here? So in many interviews, Jyotika has said that Surya is a gentleman, Surya is a gentleman. So I have taken his picture to represent a proper gentleman, okay? So your prefrontal cortex is the gentleman, okay? So it is going to tell you, if you are jumping in class, it is going to tell you, come on, don't jump. This is a classroom, you have to behave as such, okay? So those kind of your behavior and your planning mechanism, everything comes from this gentleman. That is the prefrontal cortex of your brain, okay? There is another part which is called as the limbic system, which is present somewhere here, okay? So it is this immature soul, okay, the Lucipene STR, which I have placed in the bottom of the screen. Okay, so what he does is he is still immature. He is going to act very impulsively. He's going to be very aggressive. He's going to be jumping all over the place. Okay, so he is still immature. So what happens during the adolescent phase is these two parts are going to start to develop. Okay, but the prefrontal cortex is not well developed, whereas this limbic system is developed more than this prefrontal cortex. So you can see, like we can relate to the behavior of an adolescent, right? They're very impulsive, they are driven by emotion. So this limbic system is driven by emotions, okay? It adds emotional value to all your behavior. So this system is well developed, whereas this prefrontal cortex is still developing, okay? So that's why we see those kind of very immature or very impulsive behavior in adolescence. And one more thing is the connection between these two centers are not well established. They are just starting to develop. So even though this prefrontal cortex keeps on telling you like you should not be behaving in a particular way, this limbic system is not going to hear it because the connections are not properly laid. Okay. Also, there are a lot of hormones that are working on your brain. So the foremost hormone that I want to talk about is dopamine. Okay, so dopamine is called as the happy hormone. Okay, so basically how most adolescents or young adults, how do they behave? They behave like genilia. right? They keep jumping from one place to another. They are full of life. I love to interact with students because of this, because I get the vibe and I do behave like that. And I think people from Triple know how I behave. So this is like you give your energy, you share your energy, and that energy or that craziness you get from this hormone, which is called as the dopamine. Okay. So what dopamine does, it will give you a high. Okay, you feel so happy when this is secreted. So normally in an adolescent or a young adult brain, dopamine is high when compared to other age groups. Okay, and that is why you are also susceptible to addictions. Okay, so normally what happens when you take food, okay, or when you listen to music, dopamine is getting released. Okay, and these are the dopamine molecules. So as you can see, this is a dopamine receptor. Okay, so this dopamine is going to go and sit inside the receptor, the respective receptor, and then you will have the high. Okay, same like that. What happened? Cocaine, when you intake cocaine or any drug, any recreational drug, that is going to go and sit in the same receptor where dopamine sits. Okay, so that's why you have the high. And one more thing is, when dopamine is released, you feel high, right? So that is registered as a memory here. So what the brain tells you is, see, when you took that particular substance, you felt high, you were so happy, so come on, go back and take it. So that's the neuroscience behind addictions. And that's why adolescents and young adults are susceptible to addictions. And the other hormone is melatonin. So melatonin is the biological, it manages the biological clock. And when it secretes, it tells your body to go and sleep. Okay, so basically, generally itself, for adolescents and young adults, it is going to secrete a bit late than the other age groups. That is, it is going to start secreting at 11 p.m. Okay. So that's why you can see a lot of people who belong to this age group, they spend a lot of time during the night. So it starts only by 11. So to effect to kick in, it takes more time. So you spend a lot of time in front of the computer, or you keep using the mobile phone, and then you go to sleep very late. And early morning, 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock, when mom wants you to get ready for school or for college, you won't be able to get up. So that is one of the reasons why this happens, because of melatonin and its late secretion. And then, since you guys are all working like based on your limbic system, you are very impulsive, and so stress is going to have a bit of bad effect on you, because already you are susceptible to a lot of things. And so now stress adds, again, you're going to be susceptible and you're going to act impulsive, which might cost you your life as well. Okay, so what are the stress hormones? Epinephrine, norepinephrine, and cortisol. These are all going to be secreted when you're stressed. Okay, epinephrine and norepinephrine, it's going to come early in the process. Okay, but when you're having a prolonged period of stress, then cortisol comes in. So cortisol is a stress hormone and it's a steroid also. So steroids are not good for health when you're exposed for a prolonged time of time. So what I'm coming to say is, adolescents and young adult brain are susceptible to stress. And then, apart from the sexual activities of all these sex hormones, you have also some other non-sexual behavior of these hormones. So estrogen particularly, it is going to strengthen the connections that is happening in the hippocampus. So what is hippocampus? It is another brain area which is it plays a very important role in memory formation. Okay, so you have good growth of dendritic spines in the hippocampus, which means you can remember a lot of things more. You are more effective in remembering things than other age groups. Okay, also testosterone, it is going to improve your spatial tasks. So this is about what happens in your brain and how stress is going to affect you. Okay, so what are the things that you can do to keep yourself away from stress or to keep yourself healthy? This is not something rocket science which I'm telling you new. It is all known. Like, you have to exercise properly, you should have some physical activity, you should sleep train yourself. That is, you have to sleep just and when the melatonin kicks in, and you have to have a healthy diet. You have to talk it out, in the sense like, if you have any problem, or you are in depression, okay, you have to seek help. Okay, and then make time for fun and quiet. Yeah. So everyone thinks that you always have to be very social. You have to be in a group having fun. Everything is fine, but you should also have some time of quietness. Like you have to have some time to yourself. Okay. And the rest is train your brain. So how can you train your brain? You have to concentrate on positive things in your life rather than negative things. So first thing is to stop gossiping. Okay. Second thing is to stop talking about others. And then the third one is to stop talking behind anyone's back. Okay. So first these three things you have to follow, and then you have to start training your brain to streamline your brain to look into only positive things. Okay. So you're all students, you would have come to college with so much of personal dreams. So this bullet is your personal dream. Okay. So you are getting ready to sit on the bullet and go on a ride, joy ride, to have a good time in college and everything. But what this stress does, it will come along, it will tag along you, and then it also comes and sits along with your personal dream. So it is going to come wherever you're going to go. Okay. So what are the stress that most students will face? Okay. So there are other types, or there are other stressors also, but I have just concentrated on few. Okay. So the basic thing will be love life, and the other one will be academics. Okay. So this love life is a exaggerated thing in our society. Okay. So Valentine's Day is there, even if it's Valentine's Day or not. Okay. If you are committed, you are looked upon as a big hero. Okay, if you have girlfriends, you are looked upon as a hero. When you're single, you're not even given the basic respect that is like a normal human being has to be given. So all those things I'm telling you are all over exaggerated. Okay, what is love? We'll go into. First of all, tell me. You can answer this question. Where is love? First, tell me that. This question is definitely for students, so please make it up. Huh?
Everywhere.
Everywhere. I'm asking you, where is love in your body?
One who cares for.
No. Where is love in your body?
Heart.
Heart. According to me, heart just pumps blood. Right? No, Valentine's Day, no, heart. I don't know why heart is even brought up in this conversation, but according to me, heart is just a pumping organ. Okay, so we can say that love is an emotion, and it is more to be connected with brain and mind rather than being with dealt with heart. Okay, so that itself, the symbol that we, yeah.
Hypothalamus.
Apadiya. What does hypothalamus do?
Oxytocin, ma'am.
Huh?
Oxytocin, ma'am.
Huh? Okay, so something to do with brain, right? Something to do with brain rather than heart. So, நம்ம symbolize பண்ணிருக்கிறதே லவ்வுக்கு வந்து ஒரு பெரிய தப்பு. So, what we are going to do is, in the next few slides, we are going to break a lot of myths about love. Okay. So, what I think one of the students told, all you need is love. Is it true, guys? Tell me. Love மட்டும் இருந்தா போதுமா? Any kind of love. What are the basic necessities? Answer, guys, come on.
Yeah, ma'am. As you shown in the screen, the basic necessities: shelter, food.
Air, water.
Money, ma'am.
Money. Okay, kasu, pano, good money, correct. But do you think love is all you need? You don't need anything else? Anybody thinks that?
It's just a feeling.
It is just a feeling. Yes, correct. It can come like you can have you love your mom, you love your parents, you love your friends. Okay, you love your siblings. Any kind of love, but is it the basic need? No, the basic need is air, water, food, and shelter. And of course, your love life is not all you need. It is just a part of life, and that too, it is going to be very important during your adolescent and young adult age. Okay, rather than any other age group. Next, baby, I can't live without you. Please explain this particular sentence, because I know each one of you, even I have used it in my life. Okay, all of us will use this in our life. But do you think this sentence has any meaning?
No, ma'am.
You cannot live without someone? Any of you? Do you think you cannot live without someone?
No.
No. If you say so, then oxygen reaction will be like this only. Okay, appa kind of reaction. Okay, you cannot live without oxygen, but you can live without anybody else. Okay. So I know we, like in India, at least we are dependent on our parents till a certain age, but after that, I think we are not even dependent on them. So parents and the Nalamana, I don't think anybody like for a year or even 10 years, okay, do not matter the most than you and your happiness. Okay. So I think this slide, we have a personal experience because we have COVID and we know how we have suffered for one tank of oxygen. So oxygen is important, and without oxygen, we cannot live, but we can definitely live without someone else. Okay, so if you're going to have a breakup or something, okay, so when you go back and read their messages, for some time, I know you're going to be feeling very bad and everything. But after some time, like when you reach your 30s or 35, 40, when you read those conversations, you're going to laugh like this, I'm telling you guys. So, இப்ப வந்து உங்களுக்கு வந்து வாழ்க்கையே இதுதான்னு தோன்ற ஒரு விஷயம், when you grow up, no, when you become mature, you will feel that it's nothing. Okay, my ex is a living proof as to how stupid I can be. Seriously, you will feel this. So, idukkaga vandu don't stress yourself so much. And another exaggeration in this society is holding on to something. Okay, you can hold on. Okay, someone is going to block a door. I mean, someone is going to lock a door on my face, and they're going to tell me, I am not interested in you. You can leave. Okay, what will happen if I'm going to stand there and keep knocking the door? What is the point in holding on to someone when that someone is not even giving the basic respect for a human being? Okay, so this holding on, holding on is something which is not going to help you or the other person in any ways. Okay, so just don't over exaggerate things. Yeah, some people think that holding on is strength and leaving and going is a sign of weakness. No. You need a lot of maturity to walk away from something which is not respecting you, rather than holding on, wasting your time. So just don't hold on to something which is not giving you respect or which is not feeling the same way what you are feeling towards it. Okay, when you see this image, okay, this is a seesaw. So the person on the top, how is their reaction?
Joyful.
Scared.
இத பார்த்தா உனக்கு joyful மாதிரி இருக்கா?
Scared, ma'am. The person who's sitting on the top is
on the top is scared. Obviously, she's scared. And this girl, she she desperately wants to jump away from this seesaw and run away. See, the seesaw is this relationship, okay? So this guy wants to keep this girl in the relationship. Okay, so he is trying to push it hard, okay, on the floor and keep her in a high place. That is, in a place where she doesn't want to be. So look at her face, how it is. She is not happy. And even this guy is not going to, now he might be smiling, but eventually when he keeps putting on his own efforts and keeping this girl in this relationship, okay, this guy is also not going to be happy. Same thing is applicable for this picture as well. This girl wants to but whereas if you see this, so this is a relationship too. This is equal, participation from both the sides. And you can see how happy these two people are, right? So this is how a relationship should be, okay? It should be both sides. It should have equal participation, and each should have respect for themselves as well as for the opposite partner. Okay, so this is how a relationship should be. Don't try to keep anyone in a relationship which is not going to happen. And then sacrifice. Sacrifice is another over-exaggerated topic in this society. So people say that when you sacrifice for the happiness of others, you are going to be happy. No, never. That is never going to happen. Okay, that is never going to happen. No, sacrificing will not make you happy at any cost, and never sacrifice who you are just because someone else has a problem with it. Okay, so usually in a typical, like, I don't know, because from my own experiences or from my friend's experience, I'm talking. Okay, or a relationship or a guy and a girl has over expectation on the partner. Like even certain girls would say, boys, don't talk to your friends because I feel possessive. I want your own time. It is all immature. Okay, you cannot sacrifice your friendship for something. Only if you get that, if you sacrifice that, you will get that love. Now, it is not like proper understanding of yourself. See, you cannot change who you are and be in a relationship because you are not going to be you, and that is not going to last long because you're not going to be happy. Okay, initially you can say, I'll give my life, I will change and all. See, nobody has to change. If someone is telling you that they love you, they should love you for who you are rather than அவங்களோட பெர்ஸ்பெக்டிவ்ல உங்களை மாத்தி அந்த மாதிரி அமைச்சாதான் நான் லவ் பண்ணுவேன் அப்படின்னா, then they don't love you, but they love someone else, okay, which is not you. So better to get away from those kind of relationships. Okay, sacrifice in நம்ம பேசுறோம் அப்படின்னா, we can talk about our parents' sacrifice, right? You can think, இது ஒரு cliche dialogue, ma'am, கேட்டு bore அடிக்குது. Yes, but it is the truth, no? See, your parents, you know it or not, they convey it to you or not, but they are sacrificing a lot for your well-being, right? You won't know. They mostly in Indian society, parents don't communicate much with their children. எனக்கு இதான்ப்பா கஷ்டம், இருந்தாலும் நான் உனக்கு இது மாதிரி பண்றேன்னு they won't tell, right? So you have to understand. You see, I know, I have been in MMCHS. I know the financial status of a lot of students. Okay, they are from poor backgrounds or from middle class backgrounds, but still they would have come to college. Okay, paying so much money, right? So on the money, எப்படி வந்ததுன்னு யாராவது கொஞ்சம் நீங்க அந்த இடத்த மட்டும் கொஞ்சம் நீங்க யோசிச்சு பாத்தீங்கன்னா, I think you'll do better in academics. Okay, so if you want to really reward or you want to award someone's sacrifice, it should be your parents, because they are seeing you from childhood, they are bringing you up and they're suffering so much for you. And then 1 year or 2 year yaro orthanga vandanga, avanga vandu, if you think about it, they wouldn't have done much for you. Okay, but then you give your life for them, you spend so much of time talking to them. Adella irundalume, if you want to really award or if you want to praise someone's sacrifice, you should definitely sacrifice your praise your parents' sacrifice. And these are some rules that you have. If you're looking for a happy ending and can't find one, find a new beginning instead, right? As I told you, when a door is closed, it's closed. Okay, so what you knock on, it's not going to open. So just move on rather than just standing there and wasting your time as well as creating a scene. Okay, you are going to have some mental turmoil. Yes, accept it, go through it, get help and come out of it. Okay, that is the best thing to do rather than keeping on knocking the locked door. And it's so nice when toxic people stop talking to you. It's like the trash took itself out. Yes, when you are in a toxic relationship, you won't know, but a lot of people would have told you, you have changed so much. நீ வந்து சிரிச்சே நாங்க ரொம்ப நாள் நாங்க பார்த்ததே இல்ல. You have changed so much. உன்னோட நீ பழைய மாதிரி இல்ல. இந்த மாதிரி நிறைய ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் சொல்லுவாங்க. ஓகே, ஆனா என்ன பண்ணுவோம்னா, இந்த லவ் வந்து நம்ம கண்ணை மறைச்சிட்டு நம்மளே யாரா மாறிட்டோம்னு வந்து it will never show us. ஓகே, பட் நீங்க ஒரு நாள் வந்து why am I so unhappy அப்படின்னு வந்து யோசிச்சு பாத்தீங்கன்னா, you would have been associated with a toxic person. Toxicனா என்ன? So they will have their own definitions. Okay, அதுக்கு நீங்க எல்லாமே நீங்க ஃபாலோ பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னு நினைச்சிட்டு, see, that is all their immaturity. Maybe they will change. Okay, but அவங்க சேஞ்ச் ஆகுற வரைக்குமோ இல்ல வந்து என்ன சொல்றது, அவங்க திருந்தி வர வரைக்குமோ நம்ம வந்து அந்த டாக்ஸிக் ரிலேஷன்ஷிப்ல இருந்து கஷ்டப்படணும்ன்ற அவசியம் கிடையாது. ஓகே, you just have to think this. Okay, like the trash took itself out. Okay, the irony is of course that my career has lasted a whole lot longer than some of the people I have paradise for. Yes, correct. So anything, so or 11th standard lande we are going to plan what we're going to do in life. Okay, 11th standard இருந்து group selection இருந்து இருக்கட்டும், என்ன பண்றோம், என்ன ப்ரொஃபஷனல் குரூப் பண்றோம், என்ன பாராமெடிக்கல் ப்ரொஃபஷனல் குரூப் பண்றோம், இது எல்லாமே நம்ம டிசைட் பண்ணி we are going to build our life from 11th standard. ஓகே சோ அது வந்து இன்னும் ஒரு 30 40 50 இயர்ஸ் வரைக்கும் நம்ம கூட கெரியர் இருக்க போகுது பட் இந்த பீப்புள் எல்லாம் இருப்பாங்களா இல்லையான்னு கூட தெரியாது ஸோ டோன்ட் வேஸ்ட் யுவர் டைம் ஆன் தட் Next, we'll move on to academics. Academics is definitely a part of our lives. அது வந்து நம்ம தள்ளி வைக்கவே முடியாது because studies and academics makes you someone. Okay, இன்னைக்கு இல்லைனாலும் நாளைக்கு it will make you someone. So sometimes you might feel, am I finishing my degree or my degree is finishing me? Definitely இது வந்து எல்லாரோட லைஃப்லயும் ஏதாவது ஒரு கோர்ஸாவது இந்த மாதிரி ஃபீல் பண்ண வச்சிருக்கோம். நான் செய்யறேனா இல்ல அது என்ன செய்தானே தெரியலடா அந்த மாதிரி வந்து கண்டிப்பா you would have felt. So there are two ways here, okay, in front of you, always in front of students, there are two ways. Tell me what are these two ways represent? Can anyone answer? In the rendu vali, what can we name them?
Two different
Right side,
parts,
left
ma'am.
side.
Right side, left side. Okay, interesting answer, but that is not what I'm expecting. வேற ஏதாவது கொஞ்சம் ட்ரை பண்ணுங்க. Two different parts. Yes, it is two different parts. But tell me, what can we name them? எப்படி சொல்றது? Passion and
Profession, ma'am.
profession. So something near. Okay. So one is personal life and the other one is career. So இப்ப நம்ம 11th 12th எல்லாம் படிக்கும் போது what our parents would have told us is, one second, I have. Yeah, so we have two pathways always in front of us. One is personal life, one is career. Okay, and what our parents will tell is 11th 12th படிக்கும் போது 11th 12th மட்டும் நீ அப்படியே ஃபுல்லா உன்னோட கெரியர்லயும் உன்னோட ஸ்டடீஸ்லயும் ஐ மீன் கான்சென்ட்ரேட் பண்ணி படிச்சுட்டா உங்க லைஃப் நல்லா இருக்கும், உங்க கெரியர் நல்லா இருக்கும் they'll say. But என்ன பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் what I feel is you have to balance both. Okay, you can never say that in your personal life I'm going to keep it aside. Okay, in your career, in your profession, I'm going to go and delve into it. I'm not going to take care of my personal life. We can never do that because we are all social beings. We need family. Okay, how much ever you love your profession, okay, you love your profession, you should have a social life. You should have a personal life. You should talk to your parents. You should spend time with them. So other one the balance pannu. So you can take this path where you balance both the sides equally and go on with your life. Okay, so adukku enna pannanom? Ellarkum in the scene theriyum nenikiren illaya. What is that LMP?
Lojak.
Mojak pajak illaya. So what is the moral of this scene?
எது பண்ணாலும் பிளான் பண்ணி
பண்ணணும். Exactly. So what you will do to balance life? First thing is this L stands for level up. Okay, so if you're going to say that I'm going to balance both my career and my personal life, I have to level up both physically and mentally. I should become strong. Okay, because it is not easy to balance things. Okay, you really have to work on you. Okay, so you should have that mental stability to do that. Next one is manage, as I already told you, and then is plan and prioritize. So இப்போ வந்து exam time இருக்கு, okay, there's going to be a family function. நான் வந்து prioritize பண்றேன் மேம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு ஃபேமிலி ஃபங்க்ஷன்ல போய் உட்கார்ந்துட்டு நல்ல ஃபன் பண்ணிட்டு மேம் யூ only said fun அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு நீங்க வந்தீங்கன்னா அடுத்த நாள் you're not going to do well in your exam. So அதுதான் நான் சொல்றேன், you have to prioritize and plan. இன்னைக்கு எனக்கு என்ன முக்கியம், அதாவது tomorrow I have something and today I have something, so which one should I give importance to? So other vandu you have to plan and prioritize. So in that way, if you follow all these LMP, you will be able to balance your career and your personal life properly. Okay, next vandu memory, learning and memory patti konja light ah therinjukna. Okay, so as I already told you, prefrontal cortex, it is also going to help you in short term memory. Short term memory na ipa in the presentation inge kettirukinga, without much thought you can remember few things. Na ipa sonnadhula konja ungalku takku takku nyabagam irukum. Please mute yourself, guys. Banu, Rekha, can you please mute yourself? So prefrontal cortex is going to help in your short-term memory. So instant edavadhu nyabagam vechikano appadina vandittu it will be stored in prefrontal cortex. Okay, I told you la hippocampus is somewhere here ulla vandu oru gray area irukum, that is hippocampus. So that is going to help you in long-term memory. Okay, so what happens? நீங்க ஷார்ட் டர்மா ஏதோ ஒன்று கேட்குறீங்க, அதை வந்து திருப்பி திருப்பி ரிப்பீட் பண்ணும்போது what will happen is அந்த pathway brainல வந்து, so you know that neurons are present, so neurons is going to fire and it is going to take a path. Okay, so when you are repeating some action and the path வந்து நல்ல strengthen ஆகி from short term memory, it's going to go into your long term memory, which will be stored in your hippocampus. Okay, so in the limbic system நம்ம already பார்த்தோம் இல்லையா, so what it will do, it will also add some emotional value to your memory. So suppose you have your birthday, okay, உங்களுக்கு ரொம்ப பிடிச்சவங்க யாரோ வந்து ஒரு பெரிய gift கொண்டு கொடுத்து உங்களை பயங்கரமா சர்ப்ரைஸ் பண்ணிட்டாங்க. So you will remember all the events without even leaving a single minute detail கூட மறக்காம you will remember that event. That kind of emotional what to say, meaning is added to that memory by the limbic system. So these are few what to say, centers that are involved in memory. Okay, so enna pannano when you are trying to read something or when you are trying to learn something, chunking pannanum. Chunking na enna, take it into small quantities. So enna pannom, இப்ப எக்ஸாம் வருது அப்படின்னா நீங்க எப்போ படிக்க ஆரம்பிக்கிறீங்கன்னா எனக்கு தெரியாது, பட் எப்போ நீங்க ஆரம்பிச்சாலுமே குட்டி குட்டி பார்ட்டா படிக்க ஆரம்பிச்சீங்கன்னா நல்லாவும் படிக்கலாம், இன்டெப்தாவும் படிக்கலாம். So that is called as chunking. Next வந்து storytelling. Okay, so for example blood flow through the heart னு வெச்சுக்கோங்க, அது வந்து ஒரு important 5 mark question for you guys for the UG syllabus. Okay, so blood வந்து superior inferior vena cava வழியா right atrium வருது. right atrium பக்கத்துல left ventricle னு ஒரு ரூம் இருக்கு. so first right atrium ல வந்து விழுது, next room வந்து left ventricle, sorry right ventricle அங்க போகுது. அங்க இருந்து pulmonary artery வழியா இன்னொரு ரூம் இருக்கு, that is the lung. அங்க போனா நிறைய ஆக்சிஜன் கிடைக்கும், லங்ல இருந்து தூக்கிட்டு வரோம், திருப்பி pulmonary veins வழியா வரோம், இன்னொரு ரூம்குள்ள போறோம், தட் இஸ் தி லெஃப்ட் ஏட்ரியம். லெஃப்ட் ஏட்ரியம்ல பக்கத்து ரூமுக்கு போறோம், லெஃப்ட் வென்ட்ரிக்கல். அங்க இருந்து அயோட்டா வழியா மிச்ச ஃபுல் பார்ட் ஆஃப் த ஹவுஸுக்கு போகுது, தட் இஸ் தி பாடி. ஓகேயா, இதுதான் ஸ்டோரி டெல்லிங். இங்க இருந்து வந்தா இங்க எல்லாம் போனா இவ்வளவு இடத்துக்கு போயிட்டான், திஸ் இஸ் ஸ்டோரி டெல்லிங். இந்த மாதிரி படிச்சீங்கன்னா ஒரு இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் 5 mark கொஸ்டினே கம்ப்ளீட் பண்ணிட்டோம் நம்ம இப்படின்றதுக்குள்ள, இல்லையா? So that is how you have to learn things that are very difficult for you to remember. நிமோனிக்ஸ் நான் கடைசியா ஒரு எக்ஸாம்பிள் வச்சிருக்கேன், ஐ ஷோ யூ தட். ரிதம், ரைம், ராப் இதெல்லாம் வந்துட்டு சாங் பேஸ்ட் இல்லையா? சோ நம்மளுக்கு ஒரு சினி சாங்ல இருக்க வேர்டிங்ஸ் வந்து இப்படி பதிவாகும் இல்லையா? நான் ரீசெண்டா என்னோட பொண்ணுக்கு வந்து தமிழ்ல வார்த்தைகள் சொல்லி தரதுக்கு நான் என்ன பண்ணேன்னா, ஒரு பாட்டு போட்டு விட்டு அதுல கஷ்டமான தமிழ் வார்த்தை இதோட மீனிங் என்ன அப்படின்னு கேட்டா, she'll remember it because she's going to sing that song more than like 10 times a day because she loves that song. அப்போ you easily connect to it. So அந்த மாதிரி நீங்க ஒரு பாட்டோ இல்ல ராப்போ கூட உங்களுக்கு கஷ்டமான ஒரு, so for example you can the what is that, cranial nerves, ஒரு 12 cranial nerves இருக்குன்னா அதோட பேரை நீங்க ராப்பா பண்ணிக்கிட்டீங்கன்னா ஈஸியா உங்களுக்கு அது மனப்பாடம் ஆயிடும். Okay, so these are few techniques which with which you can enhance your memory. Next, so there are different types of memory. அதுல ஒன்னு வந்து declarative memory. So like this chitty robo, so events and facts எல்லாம் இப்படி ரஜினி கேள்வி கேட்டோடனே this robo Rajini is going to answer டக்கு டக்கு டக்குன்னு வரும். So that is declarative memory, which is stored in the hippocampus. Okay, whereas this amygdala, have you seen this lady in all the Tamil movies? After emotions kotti she's going to 50 rupees kutta, she'll act for 500 rupees at least. Okay, so this amygdala is going to add emotional value to my any incoming memory. Okay, and procedural memory, adavadhu in the image madri, they all will be running, but only few people know why they are running. The others will be running because others are running. Okay, so ஒரு procedure மாதிரி சுத்தி வந்துகிட்டு இருக்கோம், but we don't know why we are doing it. Okay, so that அதுல வந்து இன்வால்வ் ஆயிருக்கிறது வந்து striatum and cerebellum. These are other regions of brain. So நீங்க ஒரு ஸ்ட்ரெஸ்ஸோட இப்ப படிக்க உட்கார்றீங்க அப்படின்னா, so யூஸ்வலா நீங்க படிக்கும் போது உங்களோட மெமரி வந்து it should be activating the hippocampus. Okay, but நீங்க ஸ்ட்ரெஸ்ஸோட உட்கார்றீங்கன்னா you are not going to get the facts or events or what it is ன்றத வந்து you're not going to take it in, but the pathway itself changes. It will go from the hippocampus pathway to the striatum and cerebellum pathway. So procedurala தான் வந்து நீங்க அதை படிச்சுட்டு இருக்கீங்க, திருப்பி you will be repeating something, but you will never know why you are doing it. So again, these are some of the tips. Okay, so I'll give you 15 seconds. நான் ஒரு screen flash பண்றேன், அதுல வந்து இருக்கிறத வந்து you have to memorize and you have to tell it to me in the same order. Okay, so I'll just switch on my timer. Okay, I'm going to start. 15 seconds, I'm going to give you time, okay? You have to read this and memorize it and tell me the same order. Yeah, tell me. Anyone?
NBCLC.
Anyone? Let me ask. Anyone tell me your name and then start telling. எழுதி வச்சிருக்க கூடாது, எழுதி வைக்க கூடாது. Okay. Aisha, tell me.
NBCLD XC BDA XB something.
So it's difficult, right? I'll flash you another screen. I'll give you same 15 seconds. அது வந்து முடியுதான்னு பார்க்கலாம். Okay, start.
First PA, CT,
Hey,
OTT.
wait. Time முடியல. Start.
PA,
CT,
OTT, MLT, MSM.
Yeah. Okay. Why do you think அந்த information விட இந்த information வந்து உங்களுக்கு ஈஸியா பதிவாகுது?
day-to-day life we are seeing this movie. So that's what.
Why do you think?
Day-to-day we come across
Because we are familiar with
these words.
Yes, you are familiar with the content. First thing. Okay. Next is you can relate to this content. Okay. So what I'm inferring is whenever you learn something, okay, connect it with something that you like or connect it with real life experiences. So அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு காம்ப்ளெக்ஸான ஒரு விஷயத்தை if you connect it to some real life experiences or something you're familiar with, it will be easy for you to remember. Okay. So that is one of the tricks. Okay. இந்த song எல்லாருக்கும் தெரிஞ்சிருக்கும் இல்லையா? What is the song? Malayalis, you would have watched Manichitrathalla, same Tamil version, okay? So Manichitrathalla, Shobna would have acted and she's a trained Bharatanatyam dancer, whereas Jyotika is not, okay? So what song is this, guys?
Rara song.
Rara song. Okay. Rara. So இந்த பாட்டு வந்ததுக்கு அப்புறம் நிறைய இன்டர்வியூஸ்ல ஜோதிகா வந்து ரொம்ப பிரைஸ் பண்ணாங்க. எதுக்காக?
Her acting is more, it's real.
Acting, okay, but what she has done specifically in the song?
She doesn't know the Bharatanatyam, but
She is not a trained Bharatanatyam dancer, but she has done her best, yeah. So how do you think it would have been possible for her?
practice.
If you focus more in one thing, means it can able to do.
That is also, but mostly rehearsal and practice. Tirpi, she would have done so many times until she is a pro in what she's doing. Okay, so obviously she cannot match the trained Bharatanatyam dancers, but she has done her best. She has given her best. Eppadi abdina practice and rehearsal. So same thing is applicable to learning and memory as well. So if you want to improve your memory, you need to keep practicing and repeating certain things so that it goes into your long-term memory. Okay, so நீங்க நிறைய செமினார் நிறைய இதெல்லாம் வந்து you would have listened to, but I think this, at least this seminar, few parts it will go into your brain deeper. Why?
Because it's our partner, so we are working more. So
you're saying that your participation is more?
Yeah, so that we can able to remember.
Okay, then apart from that,
into our life, not the way we are presented.
Yeah, there is a kind of storytelling also, Nadul, and I am also connecting a lot of things that you guys know, okay, or you guys are familiar with. So idella vandu it is going to retain your memory, or going retain things in your memory, or it is going to enhance your memory. So it's the same thing you have to apply in your studies as well. Okay, so what is this Vibgayarna enna? So this is a mnemonic.
Rainbow colors.
Rainbow colors. Yeah, so this is a mnemonic, okay, which is going to help you to remember the rainbow colors. Idu enga paatha mari iruka? She looks too pretty, try to catch her.
Yeah, it's a
Ma'am,
Fast.
anatomy la வந்து
anatomy
சார் இத வச்சு
Scarpel's name. Scarpel's name
சொல்லி
starts with these
கொடுத்தாங்க.
words.
என்ன சொல்லி கொடுத்தாங்க? என்ன போன்ஸோட பேரு?
Scarpel's.
Carpal bones இல்லையா? So she looks too pretty, try to catch her னு நீங்க வந்து ஒரு மெடிக்கல் ஸ்டூடெண்ட் கிட்ட சொன்னீங்கன்னா obviously this is going to retain in their memory for a longer time. So each first letter will represent one bone from the wrist region, that is the carpal bones. Okay, so இந்த மாதிரி mnemonics நீங்க ஃபார்ம் பண்ணி வெச்சுக்கிட்டாலும் it will be easy for you to remember. Okay, apart from that என்ன பண்ணுவோம்? எக்ஸாம் டைம்ல எதுவுமே படிக்கலனாலும் ஒரு 20 minutes 1 hour வந்து நம்ம ஃப்ரெண்ட் வந்து நம்மளுக்கு சொல்லி தருவான். ஒரு 10 மார்க்கோ இல்ல 5 மார்க்கோ ஏதோ ஒன்னு he will teach you. Okay, and then you will remember it for your life அப்படின்னு கூட சொல்லலாம். And then you start writing it in your exam if at all the question comes இல்லையா? So how does it happen? Abhina, our brain it is a social organ. Okay, you learn more when you socially interact with people. So when a person that you like is going to teach you something, and it is the need of the hour also. So you will also concentrate more. So idella sende you're going to do the exam. If at all that question comes, you're going to remember it and you're going to write it for you, write it properly. Also, this person has learned it thoroughly. So what he is going to do, he is going to tell it to you as a story. Or chunk solvanga kutti kuttiya adha or periya answer he will chunk it into small bits and he'll try to put it into your head. So if at all you guys have such a friend, kaalla ulundu vaalka mulukka you have him as your friend, him or her as your friend. Okay, next one of the stressor is peer pressure. Okay, so macha vada idu pannidலாம், if you idu nee pannada neenga engoda friends ah irukka mudiyum. Only if you drink with us you will be our friends. Only if you do this you will be our friends. Also when you have this breakups and all, friends kitta vandu suggestions e kekadinga, because unga vayasla irukka friends kitta neenga suggestions keta it is going to mislead you because they are also having the same brain driven by limbic system. Okay, so they are also going to give you all sorts of impulsive decisions that you can do. Okay, harm the girl or harm the boy, do something, do this, pali vaangala, idu pannalam adu pannalam, don't listen to them. Okay, peer pressure nala edume seiyadinga. Also do not escape reality. Peer pressure is what to say, one of the important factors for someone to become alcoholic during adolescence, because you see them enjoying life, you think it is enjoyment. No, it is just that you are escaping reality. Okay, the problem, you drink, you smoke, you take drugs or not, the problem is right in front of you. Okay, it is going to stay that way. Okay, neenga vandu high aveenga, you won't be in touch with reality, but you will come back to reality and then you have to face it. So it is better to stay in reality from the first and face it rather than doing all these things. So if at all someone comes and tell you nee idu pannada nee friend ah irpa, okay, you are going to be my friend only if you do this appdin sonnanga na, you have to say bro, just no bro. Okay, and then body shaming. I know a lot of people go through this. Nee olliya irundhalum ungalku prachana, nee gunda irundhalum prachana, you are dark, they have a problem, you are fat, they have a problem. Everything is a problem for others because some people they don't like themselves. So adha vandu avanga enna pannanga, adu or insecurity ah vechittu they will put it on you. Okay, so avangalukku solren ungalukku solren, do not have that insecurities. We are all beautiful. So if you can see these kids, okay, so they're all from different backgrounds, they have different colors. Eyes orthangalukku chinnada irukku, orthanga perusa irukanga, hair color black ah irukku, orthanga blonde ah irukanga. So but all these kids are beautiful. No, same thing is applicable as we grow up also. Babies mattum beautiful kadiyad, we are also beautiful in our own skin tone. Okay, if you, so social media we use it for a lot of reasons, but if you are following Samira Reddy, she says I won't dye my hair. Okay, because people are telling I have white hair, na poi dye pananonu avasiyam illa. When I feel I want to dye my hair, I will dye. Because neenga vandu ipo orthanga solranga neenga olli agringenu vechukongla, naale orthanga solvanga gundagum. Okay, it keeps going on. Nobody is going to get satisfied with your appearance. You have to be satisfied, you have to be confident in your own skin. Appada vandu they'll stop it. Okay, so oru vaati when someone is bullying you or when someone is body shaming you, thirumbi paathu I am me. Okay, I am okay with me. Okay, I am beautiful in my own basin nu neenga sonninga na, their words, their actions will lose power and they might even stop bullying you. Okay, stand up for yourself always. And idu solnu, it's okay if you don't like me, not everyone has good taste. Correct tane? Ungalku taste nalla illana na enna panna mudiyum? I am beautiful. Okay, and stand up for your friends. and yourself when they are victims or even when they are bullying, tell them, it's not cool, guys, just stop it. Next, parent. I know parents are always adolescence parents are your enemies. Okay, even I have felt that way. But is that really true? Give some thought into it. Okay, answer to this question, guys. Anybody feels like that?
No.
Practically, no, definitely no. Because see, they are the ones who are toiling so much or whatever it is, they are doing something to keep yourself happy. I mean, you happy. Yeah. So if at all you have some difference of opinion or you have some problem, okay, the first person whom you should be contacting is your parents. Okay, nobody else will take care of you, not your boyfriend, not your friends. Okay, it is better to tell it to a person who is in a more matured state than you. First point. Next one is nobody will care for you like your parents do. Okay, if at all you don't have a good parent or like a normal home atmosphere illa appadina, go to this third person, that is maybe someone whom you're comfortable with, whom you look up to. Okay, so next peripheral circle next circle your teachers. Okay, so you have a wonderful principal because I know Dr. Deepa C. Philip listens. Okay, so she spends time to listen to what you're saying, so that itself is a good gift. So you can go to your principal, you can go to your mentors. You all have beautiful mentors. So personal problems share panna. You can tell them that this is my problem, can you help me? They will get you help, at least some psychological support or something they will get you. But talk to people who you trust and talk to people who you think will relate to your problem. Okay, boyfriend or any third person for that matter. Okay, you are going to expose your vulnerability. They are going to take advantage of you. First, keep that in mind. Okay, nobody is a saint. Given an opportunity, everybody will think to what is manipulate you. Okay, so when you have a problem, you talk it out. But to whom you're talking it out, you have to be very careful in that as well. Okay, if at all you think, okay, I am so stressed, I am so pissed off with life, I am so troubled, just stop and relax. Okay, anything is not the end of life, and this is not the only thing in life. Be it anything, academics are love pressure body shaming whatever it is. Okay, just stop and relax and take a time to breathe and seek for help. For sure, you have to seek for help. Other than us on so talk it out to people. Okay, communication is the key. So start talking, telling people what you feel like. Okay, if it's going to be your friend, tell them. Okay, Anna, friends they'll advise you. Okay, they'll judge you. First of all, they'll judge. A lot of people judge. Okay, and they will stop you to ask some doubts. If you are a friend of a person who is very depressed or who's not in a bad or a good place, okay, he's in a bad place, just listen to them, just be there physically, that is more than enough. Okay, and then if at all you're not able to manage that particular situation, you can take it to your mentors or someone whom you trust and who you think will help you out, and then you can talk it out. But do not give suggestions or do not advise them, because you might not know their actual problem. So let them take professional help. Okay, so do that for your friends. Okay, now coming to the answer, who is the real Valentine? Tell me, guys, who is the real Valentine? It is me, residing in me. Okay, is residing in all of that as me and is talking to me. Okay, so the real Valentine for this Valentine's Day is you. Okay, first take care of your mental health. Okay, first take care of your stressors. Think about how you can improve. Like if you are bad at academics, எப்படி அதுல இருந்து மேல வரலான்றதை யோசிங்க. Okay, ஒரு relationship கஷ்டமா இருக்கா, you talk it out to your partner. If you can work out that relationship, it is like out of managing thing, abdena, come out of it. Okay, so first of all, take care of you. Okay, there are a lot of people who will tell you sacrifice this for someone, sacrifice that for someone. I'm telling you, you won't be able to take care of anyone if you are not happy. Okay, and have conversations with you. Self-realization. Okay, talk to yourself. Inniki kaalayila I scolded my mom just because she told me to have my breakfast, but I was in a hurry. Do you think what I did is correct? Do you think the way I behaved is right? In the self introspection, kandipa you should have, so that you will become or you will change into a better human being, and you will be really surprised by the results it will give you. So I'm not single, I'm dating myself. So I take myself out to eat. I buy myself clothes. I love me. I'm awesome. Believe in this, guys. Seriously, believe in this, guys. It's going to it's going to change your life. Okay. Take yourself out on a date. Go out by yourself. Eppame vandu friends kudave irukanum. Eppame vandu or gummal irukanum. Because what if you are in a crowd always, like you are in a group, அவங்க என்ன சொல்றாங்களோ அதுதான் உங்களுக்கு inputs. Okay, you will not be able to think on your own mostly. Okay, so if at all you spend some time with yourself, okay, you will know, okay, na idu pandren, so idu correct ah thappa. And introspection you have to give some time, because constant if you're going to keep giving some input or the other, your brain will not think of its own. So give yourself a time. Okay, take yourself out, take yourself on a date, get you clothes, enjoy pannunga, but ellame or limit la irukattum, but you should give yourself your own time. I think I'm in a love triangle. I love myself, myself loves me, me loves whatever it is, love yourself, be confident in your own skin. Okay, and take care of your mental health. That is more important than anything else. And thank you so much for your time. Ivlo nara porumaiya ukkandu na pesina ellathiyum ketadhukku romba thanks and vanakkam. So if at all you have any questions, you can ask.
Thank you, ma'am. I now request the participants to raise their questions through the chat box. I repeat, participants, please post your questions through the chat box.
So Ramya, if the question on behalf of all the students who are going to celebrate the Valentine's Day, if somebody doesn't get a Valentine's Day, what is the advice you have it for them?
Ma'am, love yourself. Date yourself and take yourself out on a date on a Valentine's Day night. That's the best thing you can do to yourself.
Okay, that's it. So let's everybody be positive.
Yes.
No questions from students' side?
Ma'am, we have a question. How to implement ourselves in a particular path? Like if I think the question says if they've chosen a particular path, how to make sure that they continue in the same path?
So one thing is you should have passion for what you're doing. One thing is delve into your interests. Like even if you have chosen a path, it is never too late to change your path. Okay. So if at all you have selected something, introspect and see, like think and see if you really like that path and will you be happy in that path. If the answer is yes, go on with it. Do like what to say, basic work. Like delve into the details of it. Okay, how well you can do that work properly, and what are the ways to improve yourself. So adala vandu you can think about it. And first of all, the first and foremost point would be to think whether you have real interest in that path. If not, please change it, and it's not too late at all.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. The next question, what is the meaning of Valentine?
Valentine is the name of some saint. I don't know why. I don't have an answer for this. Anybody who has an answer can answer. I think there were a lot of saints who were named Valentine.
Okay, ma'am. I think we can refer the internet for that.
Yeah.
The next question is, what can we do if we feel like we'll regret a decision even before taking it?
Okay, this is one thing, okay? If you have a lot of red flags, even before doing something, okay? Just don't do it. It is as simple as such, okay? You are going to, you are thinking that it will not make you happy, but nothing. Simple, whatever it is, just stop what you're doing. That will really make all the difference. And ma'am, where is love in our body? It is, love is abstract thing, which is a mind-related thing. It is not in the heart. Heart ko love ko sambandham illa. Heart is just a pumping organ.
Ma'am, another question. How to distract from negativities?
So negativities, correct, it will come to you. But even if you take the example of social media, negative things are it will pop more negative things for you. Same our mind also, okay? You keep thinking of negative things only will come in front of your eyes, okay? So for that, you should try to focus on positive things, okay? Adukku dhaan na first sonna, stop gossiping, stop talking about others, stop talking behind someone's back. Idu moonuthu neenga panninganave, you are taking a whole lot of negativity and throwing it out of your window. So if you clear this, if you start consciously concentrating on positive things, I am very sure that you will be a positive person.
Okay, ma'am. Next
Yes,
question.
a lot of people students has told me, one second, there are a lot of students who have said, it is so nice to see you again. I'm so nice to interact with, happy to interact with you all too. Yes.
We have the next question. How to be a happy person?
Again, Aisha, it's the same what I told you now. It is all within you. So if you try, so இப்ப வந்து சொல்வாங்கல்ல, என்னோட சந்தோஷம் வந்து அங்கதான் இருக்கு, என்னோட சந்தோஷம் வந்து இங்கதான் இருக்கு, எங்கேயுமே இல்ல, சந்தோஷம் is within you. Okay, so if you want to be happy, no matter what, you're going to be happy. சரியா? If at all you choose to be sad, you are going to be sad. This is simple as such. ஆமா, நம்ம என்ன, what we are choosing is what we are. Okay, I want to be happy, I'm going to be happy. அதுக்காக I am not saying that something bad happens around you, நான் வந்து I'm going to be happy அப்படின்ட்டு இருக்க போறேன்றது கிடையாது. Obviously we are humans, we are going to react to all the stimuli that is coming, but unnecessary ஏதாவது ஒரு ப்ராப்ளம் புடிச்சு வச்சுக்கிட்டு இதுலதான் என்னோட ஹாப்பினஸ் இருக்கு, இதுலதான் என்னோட ஹாப்பினஸ் இருக்குன்னு சொல்றது வந்து it's just fooling ourselves, that's all. How to get relief from overthinking? Again, you have to train your brain to think what will take you to the next stage in life, rather than நடக்கவே நடக்காத ஒரு விஷயத்தை எடுத்துட்டு இது இப்படி நடந்துறமோ, this I also do a lot of things, a lot of times. Personally, I am consciously, I'll stop that overthinking. Okay, நடக்கும்போது பாத்துக்கலாம் அப்படின்னு ஒரு கேட் போட்டு I'll close it. So consciously you have to train your brain. Okay, yes, it is not
question.
I think I read
Do
it.
you think it is necessary to celebrate a Valentine Day specific?
Yeah, so that itself is not in our culture. I think it's not Indian culture to celebrate Valentine's Day. But it's a business, okay? So greeting cards you have to get. Adhe madri you have to social media la kandipa vandu Valentine's Day aniki girlfriend boyfriend இருக்கவங்க போஸ்ட் பண்ணியே ஆகணும், இல்லனா வந்து it is a big என்ன சொல்றது disgrace மாதிரி. Okay, and as I told you, it's a business. So gifts வாங்குறது, teddy bears வாங்குறது, greeting cards வாங்குறது, Valentine's Day கொண்டாடலனா அந்த business வந்து it will not flourish. So obviously these are going to be promoted, but it is our own decision if you really want a day to spread love.
We have one more question, ma'am. How to say no without hurting others?
So first of all, hurting others is their own reaction to what you're saying, okay? It is not dependent on you, it is dependent on them, okay? If someone is telling me to do something which is very uncomfortable for me, okay? So for example, like something, okay, I cannot think of something, okay? But someone is telling me to do something that I'm not comfortable, okay? I'm going to say illa ennala mudiyadhu. This is my reaction to their question, because I don't like it. எனக்கு இது uncomfortable இருக்குன்றது என்னோட reaction. I am explaining them also that this is going to make me uncomfortable. அதுக்கு அவங்க hurt ஆனாங்கன்னா அதுக்கு நான் என்ன பண்ண முடியும் இல்லையா? It is their decision. நான் வந்து அதை எப்படி எடுத்துக்கிறேன்றது வந்து என்னோட டெசிஷன். சோ ஹர்ட் ஆகிறதும் ஆகாது இஸ் நாட் இன் யோர் ஹேண்ட்ஸ், இட் இஸ் இன் தேர் ஓன் ஹேண்ட்ஸ். லெட் them, if they want to get hurt, let them get hurt. எதுவும் பண்ண முடியாது. ஆனா you should know where to say no, and then you have to stand by your point no matter what.
Okay, ma'am. We have the next question. Whether is it good or not to fall in love?
See, I say fall in love or don't fall in love, you're not going to listen to me. ஏன்னா எப்படினாலும் ஈஸ்ட்ரோஜன், testosterone இதெல்லாம் வந்து it's going to make you do something. Okay, you are going to be attracted towards your opposite sex. இப்போ வந்து நான் அதுக்கு கேட் போட்டு நடுவுல நின்னுட்டு நோ அப்படின்லாம் வந்து யாராலையுமே சொல்ல முடியாது, அதை யாராலையும் தடுக்கவும் முடியாது. Okay, it is all a part and parcel of life. அவ்வளவுதான். நான் what I am saying is, அப்படியே அது ஒண்ணுதான் வாழ்க்கை, இந்த ஒரு பர்சன் தான் என்னோட ஆக்சிஜன், நான் இல்லைன்னா நான் இப்படி போயிடுவேன் அப்படி போயிடுவேன்ற அந்த பில்டப் தான் வேணாங்கிறேன் நான். ஓகே, ஜஸ்ட் ஒரு பார்ட் அண்ட் பார்சல் ஆஃப் லைஃப். எனக்கு இன்னைக்கு ஃபீவர் வந்துச்சு, நாளைக்கு அந்த ஃபீவர் போயிடுச்சு, ஐயோ ஃபீவர் தான் என்னோட வாழ்க்கைன்னு அதை பிடிச்சிட்டு நம்ம தொங்குறது இல்லைல்ல, அதே மாதிரி தான் லவ். ஓகே, இட் இஸ் கம்மிங், இட் இஸ் கோயிங். வந்தா சந்தோஷம், வரலனாலும் சந்தோஷம், இருந்தா சந்தோஷம், இல்லைனாலும் சந்தோஷம், எனிதிங் இஸ் சந்தோஷம். ஓகேயா, ஜஸ்ட் லீவ் இட் அஸ் சச். இருக்கிறப்போ என்ஜாய் பண்ணுங்க, இல்லாதப்போ ஓகேமா பை, டேக் கேர், பி குட் அப்படின்னு விட்டுருங்க. தட்ஸ் ஆல்.
Ramya, to add to what you said right now, a small piece of advice to all the students as it's becoming the Valentine's and they think that, fall in love, someone should have a boyfriend and girlfriend. That is what is life it, and they go to any extent to get that, just to say to their friend that I have a boyfriend, I have a girlfriend. Please understand that is not exactly the life is. And now it is the world where you are living is more of the chatting world, not of a physical world. You don't interact, you don't see the person, you just chat to somebody who's in some part of the corner of the world. You might not be from India, can be from anywhere from the world, and you get into chatting and you produce yourself as something else which you are actually not. There you wanted to say that you're something very big, something very interesting, so that the other person get attracted to you, but it is for a very short term. And the wrong kind of information, that when you pass it on to the other person, that puts a lot of impact later on in the life. So what is my piece of advice to all the young generation out here? Be yourself. If somebody like you, if you have certain things within you, if you are worth it, then the right person will be there at the right time for you. For that, you don't have to do any kind of build up. The first thing that everyone requires, that be yourself. You don't have to produce yourself as somebody else. Every person is unique in this world. Every person has some or the other different characters, positivities within them, and everyone will have certain negativities also within them. So you don't have to say that you are somebody else to attract somebody towards you. And especially when you are interacting with a lot of people, I know all among here, 99% of the people out at this, people who are attending, they're all chat with somebody who even they have not even seen. So you make a lot of friends just to say that, to make a follower, or just to say that I have a boyfriend, I have a girlfriend. You interact with the opposite sex, where you give a lot of misinformation, which might get into trouble in the later years. So what my piece of advice to yourself is that if a good friend is there required for you, it's not the love that you are getting. It is not actually the love that you are seeing it. It is just infatuation. If you just get kind of attraction that somebody is coming in a big bike, or somebody who's traveling in something somewhere, you get attracted. So it is just an infatuation. It is not actually the love. The love that you want to see is it is there in your family. It will be between your parents. It is between the siblings, that you are, in spite of a lot of negativities among yourself. It's not that your parents are everything positivities. There are certain negativities within them. There are certain negativities within your siblings. But in spite of you have an attraction for your sisters, your parents. That is where is the love is. So what you see the outer world, in some few days, you get to somebody and you think that is love. That is not actually love. That is just an infatuation. So we should able to differentiate between the actual love and the infatuation. When you live with somebody, when you get to know somebody is with a lot of negativities or the positivities, in spite of that, you accept that person as that person is, there where the love starts. So now you don't have to break your head. Where is the love? How is the love comes and all? You don't have to. Only thing is, whatever you do, you can have a very healthy relationship, friendship even with the same sex or with the opposite sex. We've been all to college. A lot of friends can be there in opposite sex because they can be very good friends. So it is a friendship that is there. Where now people are destroying that a friendship into some other relationship. So you should be able to differentiate what you have is actually a friendship or it's something else. But if it's something else, you have to be really very true to yourself and also to your partner or your friends, whoever is around you. And that's very important because that's what is going to live longer. Later stage, somebody to accept you is you just have to be yourself. You have to be true to yourself. When you're presenting yourself to somebody else, you have to just present as you are, not as somebody else, and not exaggerating what you are not there. So please don't do that. At least this will surely, I think ma'am has told you a lot of things that where how you have to actually live your life in the love life. In the love life, I think ma'am has told you very clearly. I hope it's really going to help you guys.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, we have few more questions.
Ma'am, do we have time to answer those questions or we can end the session?
No, you can answer. I think this is one occasion where they need the answers, otherwise they'll be restless.
Okay, one particular comment, question has caught my mind, which is it good to post our pics in Instagram? See, social media is how you take it, okay? So if you take my account, I am very active in social media. I post a lot of pictures in my Instagram. But the thing is, I only accept people whom I know in person and whom I have interacted with. Okay. I don't, even when someone is giving me a request, if I don't know them, I don't entertain them at all. And also, I don't accept requests from people who cannot take me as I am. Okay. See, normally what kind of problem I'll get தெரியுமா நான் வந்து கொஞ்சம் broad mind யோசிப்பேன். So people வந்து from conservative background, they'll come and tell me you are dressing like this, can you do this, you are a mother அப்படின்னு பேசினாவே out of my list. Okay, ஏன்னா I cannot be someone else. I can be only me. Okay, if you like it, you be my follower, you be in my friend list. இல்லைன்னா பரவாயில்ல, it's okay. Because I don't want to what to say, I don't want to make your day bad by posting my picture which you don't like, and also I don't want to get all these kind of comments. Okay, so it is up to you to how you will use your account. And please don't accept requests just because the followers நிறைய இருக்கணும்ன்றதுனால இஷ்டத்துக்கு don't accept requests. If you don't know the person, just delete. ஓகேயா? இல்ல மேம், நான் வந்து அக்செப்ட் பண்ணி பார்த்தேன், தெரியுமான்னு பார்த்தேன், அப்புறம் ஹாய் சொல்லி பார்த்தேன், அப்புறம் வந்து போட்டோ கேட்டாங்க, நான் இந்த கதையெல்லாம் see, you know, this is how it starts and you know where the ending is. We have already seen this is a stereotype. இப்படி ஆரம்பிக்கும், இப்படி பிக்சர் கேட்பாங்க, நாளைக்கு அது நடக்கும், இது நடக்கும், அவ்வளவுதான் முடிஞ்சு, அப்புறம் you will be crying. So ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணும் போதே we know where it is going to end. So just put a block there itself, அவ்வளவுதான். And it's obviously your own decision to post it or not. It is a personal thing, but do it with the so when I was young, there was not much technology. Okay, cell phones appada vandittu irundhudu. Okay, so escape aidala, edavadhu onu panna eppadiyaadu escape aala. Ipo screenshots irukku. Okay, they have camera phones, பயங்கர high tech, your face will be properly captured. So adella manasula vechikittu you do any action that you're doing.
Okay, we have one more question, ma'am. What do you think is important in a relationship, love or respect?
Both equal, 50-50. Okay, so friends kulle vandu it's normal for school kids and college kids. A na a va po d va adella vandittu it is like it will just define your closeness with that person. Everything is fine. But adhe friends, when you're going to work, no, you cannot call them na a po a அது மாதிரிலாம் கூப்பிட முடியாது. ஏன்னா they're all getting into a designation. Okay, so அப்ப வந்து we'll start talking like ரம்யா வா போ, அந்த மாதிரி we'll start talking. அதே மாதிரி ஒரு ரிலேஷன்ஷிப்ல see, you are all matured adults. அப்புறம் தான் உங்களுக்கு கல்யாணம் ஆக போகுது, அதுக்கப்புறம் தான் you're going to get into a relationship. So you are all matured. So என்னதான் இருந்தாலும் வாடா போடா போடி அதெல்லாம் ஓகே. பட் இந்த பேட் லாங்குவேஜ் யூஸ் பண்ணி திட்டுறது, கேட்டா கூல்னு சொல்றது, அதுக்கப்புறம் see, respect இல்லனா அந்த ரிலேஷன்ஷிப்புக்கு கண்டிப்பா வேல்யூவே கிடையாது. be it any relationship. ரெஸ்பெக்ட்னா இப்படி போய் வணக்கம் போட்டு நிக்கிறதோ இல்ல காலையில எந்திரிச்சு காஃபி குடிக்கிறதோ அந்த மாதிரி ரெஸ்பெக்ட் சொல்லல. ஓகே, you have to treat them as a human being. Okay, slave பொண்டாட்டியும் ஹஸ்பண்ட்க்கு ஸ்லேவ் கிடையாது, ஹஸ்பண்டும் பொண்டாட்டிக்கு ஸ்லேவ் கிடையாது in any ways. Okay, equal partners, respect is much, must, and you definitely have to have that respect, not only in love relationship or husband wife relationship, but in any relationship respect is very, very important.
Questions from the chat.
I think that's it, right? Okay, don't make me a love guru, guys. இது எல்லாமே வந்து என்னோட எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ், என்னோட ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் கிட்ட இருக்க எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ், நான் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் கிட்ட இன்டராக்ட் பண்ண எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் வச்சுதான் இதெல்லாம் நான் சொன்னேன். ஐ எம் நாட் அ லவ் குரு அட் ஆல். யூ டோன்ட் ஹேவ் டு ரியலி ஃபாலோ வாட் ஐவ் செட். யூ ஆல் ஹேவ் பிரெயின். ஓகே, செல்ஃப் இன்ட்ரோஸ்பெக்ட் பண்ணிட்டு வாட் எவர் யூர் டூயிங் இஸ் ரைட் ஆர் ராங் நல்லா யோசிச்சுட்டு யூ டூ வாட் எவர் யூ வாண்ட் டு டூ. And one more thing, I want to tell you something. Yeah, use your own brains. So that is more important. Okay, I think there are no more questions. So
I think that's it. So thank you so much, ma'am, for patiently answering all our questions. I hope we remember this and try our level best to implement it in our life. So last but not the least, a small thanks is bigger than the biggest of rewards. I now request Dr. Jyoti Mani, Associate Professor and NSS Coordinator, Triple M College of Health Sciences, to propose the vote of thanks.
Good evening all. On behalf of NSS Wing, MMO College of Health Sciences, I extend a very heartfelt thanks to Dr. Ramya, medical writer and subject matter expert in STILE, Chennai, who has spent a valuable time with us to motivate our students through her informative and inspiring talk. Thank you, Dr. Ramya. It was a great session. I would like to thank our beloved principal, Dr. Deepa Philip, for the continuous guidance and support to organize such programs. Thank you, ma'am. My special thanks to Dr. Bharati for the lovely intro with poem. And my sincere thanks to my fellow colleagues for the support and motivation. Thank you all. I would like to thank all the students for the active participation. Once again, I thank everyone who participated and made this program as a great success. Thank you all.
thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you, Principal ma'am, for having me here. And I think we overshooted the time, but I thoroughly enjoyed the session. And I hope students are benefited from this session too. And thanks, Jyoti Mani ma'am, for being in touch with me and coordinating this whole event. And thanks the entire CHS team for having me again.
Thank you, Ramya. All the best. Take care.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Bye.
I now request everyone to rise for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
On behalf of the NSS of Triple M College of Health Sciences, I thank one and all for making this show a grand success. Thank you. Jai Hind.